Netflix's The Diplomat is about to return with its third season, and recent reveals suggest that the season's premiere episode will make all of our jaws drop on the floor. So, let's talk about it. First of all, we need to talk about the elephant in the room, which is the fluctuating episode numbers. As you might remember, Season 2 only had 6 episodes, 2 fewer than the first season, making the show very short even for Netflix, who is notorious for cutting down the episode numbers whenever it can. I'll admit, I wanted more too. But hearing what creator Deborah Kahn said about it makes me appreciate the decision even more. She told TV Line, "Netflix was not happy. They wanted the full 8. I was really tired. It was a time thing. It felt like there wasn't enough time to turn around 8 of them. It was a lot to do in what appeared to be a short period of time." And then she added, "Had we known it was going to be a year and a half before we got back on the air, it would have been different." So yeah, that explains it. But thankfully, Kahn confirmed that Season 3 will be back to 8 episodes. The thing I love about The Diplomat is that it never wastes a second, which also explains why it is so careful and rigid about the episode numbers. And with a new season on the way, it's clear that the pace isn't slowing down. Kerry Russell, who plays Kate Weiler, has already read the entire Season 3 script, and she told Rolling Stone, "It's so good in the way I want things to be good, and I just can't believe that it's still getting better." That got me even more hyped, because honestly, how do you top what we just saw? Let's break down where we're headed. The last episode of Season 2 ended with the ultimate bombshell. The President of the United States is dead. Yep, President William Rayburn had a heart attack after Hal Weiler revealed the truth about the HMS Courageous attack. And here's the wild part. Hal wasn't even supposed to tell him directly. Kate wanted Hal to go to Secretary Gannon so the justice system could handle it. But Hal, being Hal, went straight to the top. The shock of it literally killed the president. I still can't believe it. Now Grace Penn, who was vice president, is the new president. And Kate is just accused Grace of plotting a terrorist act. That whole storyline with the British false flag operation, that was Grace's plan, to keep Scotland from voting for independence and closing the only US base capable of detecting Russian submarines heading for New York. I mean, that's the kind of plot twist that made my jaw hit the floor. Kate exposed it all, not realizing how explosive the fallout would be. So here we are. Grace Penn is officially the president. Kate is tangled in this chaotic mess. And Hal kind of set it all in motion. But in his mind, he did it for the greater good. Rufus Sewell, who plays Hal, explained it so perfectly in his interview with The Wrap. He said he wants her to be in power. He wants to be in the best position to do the things that he wants to do. But he really wants that for her. He thinks she's really very much the best person for it because they have things that they believe are important, not just love of country, but for the world. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I believe him. Hal's complicated, sure, but his devotion to Kate has always felt real. At least to me. But let me know what you think. And now we have even more drama brewing with the arrival of Todd Penn, aka Grace's husband. In Season 3, Todd will be played by Bradley Whitford. That casting has West Wing vibes all over it, especially since Allison Janney plays Grace. Seeing those two reunite, after playing CJ Craig and Josh Lyman, makes it all the more iconic. Netflix revealed back in January 2025 that Bradley would join the cast, and honestly, I couldn't have imagined a more perfect addition. Deborah also said something to Netflix's Tudum that shapes what to expect from the new season. She said, "Season 3 flips the chessboard." Well, clearly the board's been turned, and now we get to see how all these pieces fall into place, or fall apart. The official synopsis from Netflix says, in Season 3 of The Diplomat, Ambassador Kate Weiler lives the particular nightmare that is getting what you want. She just accused Vice President Grace Penn of hatching a terrorist plot, and admitted she's after the VP's job. But now the president is dead, Kate's husband Hal may have inadvertently killed him, and Grace Penn is leader of the free world. None of this slows Hal's campaign to land Kate the vice presidency. Kate steps into a role she never wanted, with a freedom she never expected, an increasingly complicated friendship with Foreign Secretary Austin Dennison, and an unnerving bond with First Gentleman Todd Penn. Carrie also opened up about what excites her most about Kate's story. In her Harper's Bazaar interview, she said, What I'm not as interested in is the person who gets to become vice president, has perfect hair, and gives perfect speeches. I like the girl who was devastated about the failure of Afghanistan, who can't keep her clothes clean before going into the Oval Office, and who has a messy, passionate, sexy relationship with this nut job, mess of a husband. That is who I'm interested in, and those are the stories I want to tell. Same, Carrie, same. Deborah also gave us a peek into her vision for this show and these characters. Speaking to The Hollywood Reporter, she said, "I want to show everybody in that way. The idea was that we talk about this person who is absolutely evil and untrustworthy. And then eventually, we sort of wrap our way around to understanding the situation that she was in and feeling like, oh God, I might have done the same thing." And that was the plan in the beginning. And that's absolutely the plan with Kate. Everybody who we sort of meet and we think is bad, ultimately, hopefully that opinion flips. And then it flips again. And the same thing with Kate, the kind of things that we would ascribe to villains in a different kind of narrative. Kate is absolutely making those moves and making those choices and mistakes. The teaser clip Netflix dropped also shows that Season 3 picks up immediately after Season 2. We see Kate running across the lawn in the aftermath of everything, and then, surprisingly, a late-night swim with Todd Penn. And then it cuts to the Penns and Weilers sitting down for drinks, and Todd casually asks, "How was everyone's day at the office?" I don't know about you, but I'm dying to know what happens in that room. As for who's returning, most of the core cast will be back. That includes Kerry Russell as Kate Weiler, Rufus Sewell as Hal Weiler, Otto Asando as Stuart Hayford, Ali Ahn as Idra Park, David Gyasi as Austin Dennison, Rory Kinnear as Prime Minister Nicol Trowbridge, Nana Mensah as Billy Appiah, and Miguel Sandoval as Secretary of State Miguel Gannon. And of course, Allison Janney as Grace Penn. I'm guessing we'll be seeing even more of her now that she's the president. The amazing thing is that Netflix renewed The Diplomat for Season 4 before Season 3 even premieres. I mean, this show keeps getting messier, deeper, and more addictive in the best possible way. I can't wait to watch Kate navigate her new nightmare, so if it lasts for even 10 seasons, I'm here for it. But let me know what you think about this renewal. Season 3 is already filmed and will be out on fall 2025. For more weekly updates on The Diplomat and the other Netflix shows, make sure to like and follow. Meanwhile, the video on the screen might also interest you.